You know, it's amazing the way our bodies can feel so old in just a few years. Do you think that messing up does that to you? Yeah. Come on. Everybody knows. People like to talk about stuff like this. You don't know that I've been gone a year. Yeah, I just got back. You don't know? Oh. Oh. Well, then maybe I should tell you. While you still look at me like I'm a normal human being. Yeah, you know what? If everybody else talks about me, I should be able to tell my own story. My story. It's the only thing I've left. At school, I was fat. Oh, look at Aisha, she's so fat. Oh, here comes the earthquake. When I started covering, some of it stopped, but still, they could tell. I could tell. Suppose they stopped looking at me. And the girls at school, they loved that game of C and BC. Some of them had already started how they'd be swept off their feet in their romantic Bollywood, Hollywood weddings. See, they knew, with their skinny bodies and new breasts and horny teenage guys, that they were being watched. Sure, they complain about it, but most of it was fake. You could tell, like, so-and-so said this today and did this, or, oh, everyone hits on me. They loved it. If they didn't, why would they have to complain about it to the world? I wouldn't complain. I'd look at myself in the mirror and when I couldn't take it anymore, I'd just step away. Suppose that's what other people did too. So new neighbours moved in just when I started high school. They had a son, a few years older than me. Amir. When I'd walk home from my bus stop, sometimes I'd see him in the yard and we'd say salam. He just seemed like a regular guy. Religious too. We spoke sometimes in passing. It was very formal, but he never talked down to me. And when I finally looked up after trying not to meet his gaze, I noticed that look that I was so used to, that look of revulsion that said, "Oh my God, you're so ugly." It wasn't there in his eyes. It was a tough time for my family. My brother left home a few years before. He decided that secondary school just wasn't for him, so he just upped and left. So whatever, I stopped caring what those so-called Muslims thought about me. What did they know, anyway? Wasn't long before Amir started calling. And we talk on the phone. It wasn't long before he started telling me how beautiful I was. How he knew how beautiful I was. I talked to him for hours on end, hanging on to his every single word. Amir made it all easier, you know? He liked me for my deen. He wasn't interested in all those pretty girls who were so plastic and fake. And sometimes we'd meet outside, and later we met at my house. My parents were working multiple jobs, and I was always alone. He was welcome company. Didn't seem like a big deal. I didn't think he was going to hurt me. We were getting really close, and I thought we'd get married. I started telling the girls about him. I was the one who had something to talk about now. They'd memorise every single detail and then ask for more details, like, what does he look like? Oh, is he older? What does he want to do? Oh, how exciting. Do your parents like him? Oh, they don't know about him yet. When he first touched me, I felt wanted. It was the first time that I felt that my body, see, this body that God had given me was beautiful. And he wanted it. I never could have imagined that before. All the girls who were hit on at school, all the girls who were praised by the aunties in the community were like 5 sizes smaller than me. Do you think I'm exaggerating? Sometimes I would think about it, and I did think that it was wrong. I thought something was going very wrong. But you see, Amir assured me that it was between us. He said that everybody knew that I was a good girl. I went to the mosque. No one would suspect anything. It didn't seem like a big deal because I thought we were going to get married. I thought he loved me, for me. He could have anybody else, but he chose me. And then one day, Sister Jamila said that there was something different about me. She's always been such a good woman. She used to say how much light there was on my face. She was so proud of me when I first started wearing hijab and nobody else did. But that light wasn't as bright anymore. And one day she asked me, "Are you feeling all right, Aisha?" I was so scared. Did she know? Where does the light go? And then my period never came. I said to him, "Amir, I think maybe we should stop seeing each other." But he begged me. He just called me over and over and over. Just one night, he'd say, "Just me and you. I love you." He said that he needed me. I couldn't just say no. Still, my period never came. I said to him, "Amir, I might be pregnant." I told him that he should marry me. We should get married, Amir. It doesn't have to be like this. We can make it right. Amir stopped calling. I told my friend, Amina. God, I was hysterical. "Oh my God, Amina, I think I might be pregnant. You have to help me. What am I going to do?" Amina told the whole school. She told everybody. But she didn't tell anybody who helped. And all those looks of revulsion that I'd become so used to became looks of amusement. And then my mum and dad found out. I think something broke inside of my dad. He wasn't angry. He didn't shout. He just didn't even look at me when he said, "I need to leave." I just need to leave for a while. He left the country for a few months. And my mum said to me, why didn't you come to me? Why did you go to all those people and not me? I didn't know. Why didn't I go to her? And still she is the only person who stuck by me. Even after Amir pretended like he didn't even know me. Even after I ran away, hurt myself, miscarried and bled for days. Even after all those people had their fun talking about me and my family. Even after I took off my cover-up of piety. And you know what? If Amir ever does come back and wants to marry me, I'm going to tell him I don't need your sorry ass anymore. Oh, you self-righteous boys, you're so full of shit. You see, there are these times that I just want to scream. As if I feel like I'm dying and I can't even stand. As if there is no place for me but hell. Why would God ever forgive me? It's hell in here. You know, it's amazing how our bodies can feel so old in just a few years. Do you think that messing up does that to you?